Good evening, everyone. And thank you very much for coming here today. Hope you can hear me, sir. People who are seated in the back. Clear? So, ladies and gentlemen, from here onwards, until I finish this session, I want you to focus, not 100%, it should be more than 100%, 110%. I need your 110% attention, because that attention has to be there in order to understand, in order to sense what I have to explain to you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the things that I have learned since I was a child, the things I have learned from the society, from my parents, from school, teachers, they are there. But when I first met my teacher, who showed me the reality of this world, then I realized, I slowly realized that I didn't hear this kind of teachings before. This is something unprecedented. This is something cool. This is something that I never learned, never heard. I didn't hear this kind of teachings before. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ultimate solution for all your sufferings, fear, grief, cravings, anger, annoyance, stress, everything, the negative emotions that you experience. This is the ultimate solution. You don't have to do anything, you just have to realize, that's it. Because as Jesus said, the truth will set you free. So you just have to realize the truth. You just have to know, you just have to understand and realize the truth. That's why I need your 110% attention, because the message that I am conveying to you right at this moment is not something that I am telling you, I am explaining you by word of mouth, like by using my voice. Using this voice, you are going to connect with me in the mental world. Don't worry, I am not going to hypnotize you. Right? You are going to connect with me from your heart and from your mind, because I am going to resonate your mind in the same frequency that I resonate. It's not I resonate, the frequency that my mind resonates, it's going to match with your frequency, what you resonate. As a result of that, what happens? How does Wi-Fi works? The receiver and the transmitter resonate in the same frequency. Because of that, it transfers the data. Something like that going to happen here. If you really connect with me, not through my voice, not through your facial expressions, but from your mind, then you will actually understand what I feel, what I understood from my teachers. Because what I am explaining to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's something that I practice, something that I live, something that I like. Around the clock I practice this, and as a result of that, I am experiencing the happiness. I am experiencing the inner peace that you are searching for throughout your entire life. For example, let's see, we have this lovely audience. I know. What is the purpose of your life? To be lived, right? How do you feel that you are living? You are lived. How do you feel? You need to feel happy. Livelihood means like satisfaction. You need to feel satisfied, satiate your mind. Oh, it's satisfying. You have said these things. You're searching for that satisfaction. You're searching for that experience of that soothes your mind, that calm your mind, that something that peaceful in your mind, something bliss, something cool. That's what you were doing since you were born. You are searching for that. You were searching for that experience of satisfaction, because you have felt that, but it wasn't there after that. After that moment that you feel it, what happened to that moment? It's gone. Since you were born, you were trying your level best to keep that sense of satisfaction with you. You have tried so many things during your life, ladies and gentlemen. Now you are at your pinnacle of your career, but still you are not satisfied. I can attest you. Even though you are at your pinnacle of your career, let's ask from Elon Musk whether he is satisfied with whatever he does, whether he is done. Can he finish his work? No, he can't finish anything, because always to be continued. You always put a comma, not a full stop. In your life, every activity that you have done so far, right? After the activity, you have put a comma, not a full stop. Until I see you next, I see you again, right? Until we meet again. Think. I want you to think now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the platform that we start thinking outside the box. Because you are living in a box, you don't know that you are living in a box. When I was doing my PhD, my supervisor always asked me, right? That time my name was Mithun, my lay name, and he said, Mithun, you have to think outside the box. You have to see outside the box. Otherwise, you can't do a PhD. Because novelty should be there to do research. But in this case also, you are not doing research in outside, you are doing research within yourself, in this room. Now let's start thinking. Think about your life, what you are doing. What are you doing from day in and day out? Around the clock. You are doing so many activities, ladies and gentlemen, to feel satisfaction, to feel fulfillment. I was also like that. You are running after something. You can't keep it with you. It fades away. Then you turn the course to another direction. You go through that direction, and you feel something, and that fades away, that withers away. Then you change that course as well. I'll tell you my story. Then you can you can relate to your story, because it should be familiar, similar. When I finished my, I think it should be O-levels? A-levels. Yes, A-levels. That means university entrance. One of my friend came to me and he said, hey brother, my friend, you know what? So you have done A-level well, so you have to, now you will go to university, let's see. But I started doing something else. What you are doing? I started 𝗓𝗏, Chartered Institute of Management Accountant. So I was doing biological sciences, right? Oh, why you do that? Because even though you can earn a degree, if you can earn this degree as well, like 𝗓𝗏, then you will earn a lot of money, and that double degree. So he painted a brighter future in my mind. You know what happened next day? Can you guess? I enrolled for SEMA. And then I started that. When I was in the middle of that, now I started my university as well. Then somebody came to me and said, you know, you have to do another thing. What? IT is also a very good field. So let's do an IT degree as well. We started that as well, ladies and gentlemen. But truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, at the end, right, I didn't feel any satisfaction. You know what? It's like that Linkin Park song. I've tried so hard, got so far, but in the end it does not even matter. This is the story of our life, ladies and gentlemen. We've tried so hard and got so far, but in the end when you die, don't worry, it does not even matter. Anything that you have done doesn't matter. I'm not telling negativity here. I'm not explaining something negative here. I'm explaining the truth, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand this. You have to experience this. You have to go through your life and what you have been doing. When I go back to my kindergarten, we always had this kind of eraser. I'm telling this story for every day. This kind of eraser, something like eraser. Everybody in the school, they had this kind of eraser, the apple eraser. One sudden day, one of my colleague, one of my best friend, he brought an eraser. It's a different shape. White color, very prestigious looking. Less dust. Elegant. Looks like elegant, okay? An eraser. You know what happened to me? I went to my mama and I said, Mama, you know, this eraser is making a lot of dust. Now I want that eraser. You know, there's another eraser, it's white color, a rectangular shaped one, which is very good. I lost a lot of marks because of this eraser, because I have to get rid of the dust. It takes some time. So I'm convincing my mom that if I have that eraser, I will pass the exam or I will get more marks. Now think about my mind. At that moment, my mind is under pressure. My mind is under vexed. My mind is under pressure to experience the satisfaction that he experienced from that eraser. Who? My friend. I want to experience what my friend experienced, because my friend has a smiley face and he is showing me see, he's showing an eraser and telling me that this makes me happy, not him. Now think about all the advertisement that you have seen so far. Do you think that in the advertisement they show a sad face, or they always show you a smiley face? Smile face. In the first part of the advertisement you have the sad face, and towards the end you have the smile face and the product. Then you think, even if you want to feel that smile again in your mind, your heart, your life, that's the product that you have to buy. This happened to me when I was I think during my O-levels or somewhere. I saw that people are doing exercise with some exercise machines, like, as seen on television or marketing or something. In Sri Lanka we had this kind of, small advertisements during the TV shows. In these TV shows, the TV advertisements, these people who did this exercise, they did that exercise with a smiley face. They were happy doing that exercise. using that whatever the instrument, I think 𝗬𝗏𝗃 or something, I can't remember the name. I said, you can, because I know if I run, it's sweating and always, I don't like that experience because it's so hard. I thought, okay, this instrument, this equipment can make me happy, at the same time can reduce my fat as well. You know what happened? I convinced my mom and dad again, and they gave me that, they gave the money to buy that exercise machine. So first day I realized, it's so happy because now I have this exercise machine. Good, it's in my room. I started exercising, and then I realized they were lying. No, when you do exercise, you lose some energy because of that. Sweating happens and all this, it's burning everywhere. So you can't have happy smiley face while you are doing exercise. Then I realized that they were lying. But you know what? After 1 week, my mom started hanging clothes on the exercise machine because I no longer use it. Go back to your house. How many things like this exist in your house at some corners that you brought it, thinking that you will use it? But now ants are having wonderful time in there. Go back to your house, ladies and gentlemen, on here, right? Think about so many things that we have. The day I quit my lay life, like your life, and become a monk, we clean everything at our house. You know what? Back then, wife and me, we both cleaned our house, and we have only 4 foot, like 2 feet, right? You know how many shoes that we had? 12 pair of shoes. Some shoes I can't remember that I brought it as well. It resides there without any use. Am I talking about my life, or is there any similarity between this life with your life? Now you have to go back. Think deeper, ladies and gentlemen. All these things happen because it's not because that I'm not telling that you are wrong. I'm telling that you are doing that because you don't know something. There's a great deception lying in here. That is the greatest deception in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody told you, but everybody experienced this. Everybody experienced this, but nobody knows it. It's like an elephant in the room. Are you reflecting with your life? How many things that you have in your house? Clothes? Swaminathan said, don't talk about that. Clothes? How many phones you have? How many SIM cards you have? How many apps you have in your phone? WhatsApp, like WhatsApp groups, apps. You have to search now. You have to have another search engine to search apps on your phone and WhatsApp group on your phone. Your life has become more complex, ladies and gentlemen. So many technical things. Complex. But that's good. It makes you efficient, right? It gives some efficiency into your life. You have so many technology. You are using so many technology. You use 5G plus. I heard that now it's not 5G even. Something extra there, 5G plus. Doesn't matter. Let's use. But now think about what you have gained from that. You are doing something, ladies and gentlemen, to satiate you, to satisfy you, to keep the boat float, to keep your fulfillment, to feel the fulfillment. Now tell me, can you be satisfied 100%, or you always have to be continuous? To be continuous. A movie. After you watch a movie, you feel some satisfaction, but when they announce the second movie of that movie, you will go there and watch it. Because why? You haven't satisfied with the first one. I still remember there was a movie called Rio. Remember that? The blue color parrot or something. Yeah, Rio came. Okay, we went there, watched it. Yeah, wow, Epiphany is like happy. And when Rio 2 comes, we have to watch it again. Yeah. You keep doing so many things, ladies and gentlemen, to keep this fulfillment, but you can't keep it. But I am not saying that you don't experience a satisfaction. You experience a satisfaction. You experience that something fulfillment. You feel something is there, something fulfillment, but it's not last long. It doesn't. You can't keep it. How many restaurants that you have gone for so far to feel satisfaction? How many different types of cuisines that you have taken? You have experienced Malaysian, German, American style, Mexican style, European style, blah blah blah, etc. etc. In Australia, when I was living there, there's a company called Bidfood. It's the wholesale company that provides things to the restaurants. Even though restaurant name is different, right? From the back end, it's the same company provides the patties and everything, buns. And there's a Mexican style burger and the American style burger, but the company who puts things to the two shops, like two restaurants, it's the same company. It's same ingredient, same thing. Everybody deceives everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Because everybody lives in this deception. Nobody knows. Since you were born, people came to you, they have recommended so many things. Okay, do this. That's why you have done that. From advertisements, from videos, from TV shows, whatever, they recommend things. To fulfill your life. But nobody is having a fulfilled life. Even Elon Musk. So you are going after Elon Musk, right? The maximum that you can reach is Elon Musk. Huh? Let's see. I don't know whether he is the wealthiest person in this world. I don't know. Let's see. In your path, he is the target, right? The maximum you can achieve. Is he satisfied in his life, or he always have to do something again? Still, he has to do. Let's say he colonized in Mars. Let's say he colonized, he achieved that target. You know what he will do next? He will look at Saturn or Jupiter, whether we can go there. This is your reality. This is what people are looking after, people are running after. I can attest to you, ladies and gentlemen, at your dying breath, you won't live a satisfied life. At your dying breath, you will still feel that I need something missing. For example, the Apple, who is Steve Jobs, right? Like at his dying breath, he has said, I think I should spend some time with my family more than this. See, now he feels another missing piece in his life. Everybody at their dying breath, on their deathbed, they feel something missing, something void, something void, something is not there, something not right. You have this thought. You don't have to go to deathbed. At this moment, you have this. Your mind is vexed. Your mind is not at peace. Your mind is always like a deviled workshop. Do you think you can rest in peace like this way? You can't rest in peace, you can rest in pieces. Not peace. It's because we didn't know something that we have to know when we came to this world. Nobody told us how this world, how this perception, how this experience generates within your mind. Nobody showed you what is the theory behind your mind. Nobody taught you how these feelings arise in your mind. How does this thought arise in your mind? Nobody showed you the theory, the science behind your mind. Nobody gave you the guidelines. This is the way to use your mind. Do you have minds? Not minds. Mind? You have a mind. But do you know how to use it? Have you read the material safety data sheet? MSDS or SDS safety data sheet? Safety operating procedures? Risk assessments? Have you done your risk assessment before using your mind, or you just blindly started using it? When you were born, you just blindly started using it. Nobody showed. The first lesson in your kindergarten should be how to use your mind, but nobody knows it. This is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. This is the reality. You need to understand this. When you understand this theory, when you realize what actually happens within your mind, when you understand how do you feel this satisfaction, when you realize what's going on behind this, ladies and gentlemen, that realization helps you to free yourself from all these shackles of suffering that you have been experiencing since you were born. It's something that you can win. You will feel this, because this is something I feel, this is something I live by. You can come out of this. It's not something that I'm not telling that you have to stop everything that you do. You can do everything that you do, ladies and gentlemen, but with a purpose, not to satisfy you. But if you are satisfied, would you do anything to satisfy yourself? If you are satisfied 100%, would you do anything to satisfy yourself? No. Then you can love your neighbor without any conditions. You can help someone without any conditions if you are satisfied. If you are not satisfied, you can't help someone, because you are looking to satisfy yourself before you help someone. Because there's a me factor always hidden there. I need to secure my portion before I give it to you. I am thinking about myself without I help you, without I help you, you can't serve the nation, you can't serve humanity, because you always have this me portion that you have separated to yourself. You need to fulfill first, otherwise you won't do anything. If you give someone needy, you feel happiness. That's why you give, ladies and gentlemen. Giving creates happiness within your mind. If you are happy 100%, if you are not sad, if you are happy 100%, if you are satisfied 100%, then you can give wholeheartedly without any expectation. You can lend your hand, you can help everyone, you can serve this nation without any expectation, ladies and gentlemen, because of that this world will be beautiful. But I am not expecting everybody will understand this, because the Father, the source of this wisdom is the Buddha, ladies and gentlemen. Even the Buddha couldn't finish his work, because why? Buddha has realized that not everybody would be able to understand this. This is very unprecedented. Only selected, chosen people would be able to grasp. That's why I feel that you are so meritorious. You have done something, perfections. You have done something in your past lives. That's why you came here. That's why you sit in front of me, to understand this theory, understand this science. I am talking a science. This is the key to unlock, to release you from the stress, anxiety, depression, addiction especially. In the monastery that I live, we have addiction rehabilitation center. It's completely different. It's not the rehabilitation center that you can see anywhere in the world. It's completely different techniques that we use. You can't relapse after you know what actually happens within yourself. What is this? 1 plus 1. What is the answer? 2. Can you forget that?
I say it's 3.
No, I mean 1 plus 1, it's 2, isn't it? Logically you know the answer now. Can you erase that?
It's not the truth.
It's not the truth. I know. Right? But in the deeper meaning, yes. But for the surface, let's say 1 plus 1, what is this? 2. Can you erase that understanding? Can you erase that understanding and say 1 plus 1 is 5? No, because now you have teachers and everybody, since you were when you go to kindergarten or everywhere, they have showed you how to do calculations, how to do mathematics, and they have proved to you, and it has proved to you that 1 plus 1 is what? The answer is 2. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, realization cannot be reversed. After you realized, after you realize, can you stop realizing it? Can you reverse it? I mean, can it reverse? No. After you realized, you have seen. Let's say you are in a magic show. Somebody explains to you how does that the logic behind the magic. When that person who sits next to you explains to you the logic behind the magic, then that magic won't be anymore a magic to you, because you know, this is how he did that. Now can you get the amusement from that magic again? Can you feel that, wow? No, you can't experience that wow factor, because now wow factor has gone, because you have seen the logic behind the magic. When you know the logic behind the magic, you can't experience this wow factor, because you know what actually happens there, what lies beneath. This is exactly going to happen to you today. I am going to show you how you have felt this satisfaction, how you have felt these moments in your life. When you buy a smartphone, what happened? You know that the people, when they release this new phones, right? You have big lineup, like queues near the shops. Like, go and ask them which phone that they use. Let's say the phone 17 came, like the person who is in the corner, like the first one who is going to buy, is having the 16. Not 10 or not 6. He is not buying that phone because of the purpose. Now he is his phone is old. Now he want a new phone. No, he has the 16. Now he is looking for 17. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been programmed. You don't know that you have been programmed. You think, oh no, I am living my full life. Yes, nobody. I am having my privacy and all these things. No. I don't know whether you have iPhones. Like if I say, "Hey Siri," how many phones will say, "Hello, yes"? What happened? The companies are listening to what you are doing. They take all the data. I'm not worried about that. I'm not taking, see, somebody is listening to you and you are going to be hacked. No. If you know the logic, ladies and gentlemen, then you can't be deceived again, because you have come out from that deception. Have you seen the poster? The Great Deception, the poster? The poster that we have advertised. In that poster, have you seen that mother and father are putting all these things to the child? Facebook and all these things. It's not only Facebook and everything. Everything that you are right now, everything that you have, like the way that you judge, the way that you have you are taking the decisions, the way that you behave are developed and designed by your parents and all the associations. Not only your parents, but all the associations that you have received since you were born. Otherwise, you can't actually take a decision, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you went to your mama and asked, "Mama, how should I behave in this situation? What should I take? What is the decision I should take?" Don't you have this kind of experience? When you are lost, you have seek the guidance. Isn't it? So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, this is something gifted from your parents and the society. Society is blind, society is ignorant, everybody is ignorant, everybody is living in this dark, deeper ignorance. Nobody knows that they are living in the ignorance. This is the perfect trap, ladies and gentlemen. The characteristic of a perfect trap is the person who trapped in the perfect trap doesn't know he is in a trap. Because of that, he is not taking any action to come out from that trap, because he thinks that is okay. That's the perfect trap. Perfect trap means it's the perfect trap, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knows. It's like the Morpheus, he is telling to Neo in this Matrix film movie, remember? Neo, you were born to a prison. You were born to a bondage. You were born to a prison for your mind. A prison that you cannot smell, taste, touch or think. There's only one way to come out of it. That's only by following a teacher who have realized this. There's only one way, ladies and gentlemen, I should tell you this. I can attest you, you can't self-realize this. When does a crazy man come to self-realize that he is crazy? Can it happen? A crazy man come to self-realize that he is crazy? No, it cannot happen. Only a doctor can show him that you are crazy. Likewise, I met a doctor in 2018 and he showed me that I am crazy, and now I slowly come out from that craziness. I haven't achieved the end goal, but I am on my path, so I came here to help you. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, don't you think that we all are crazy in searching happiness from this materialistic world? Let's see. In order to understand this, I want you to focus. I want you to understand a concept called theory of everything, a theory of cause and effect. It's a theory of everything. It's a theory that can be explained, everything in this world, every incident in this world. Newton's laws, Archimedes' laws, or whatever, the Einstein's theories, and all these theories can be explained by this theory. This is the theory of everything. Not the Stephen Hawking's theory of everything, but this is the theory of everything that explained by the Buddha. It's not a religion, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something religious. This is something, a philosophy. This is a philosophical concept that because of this understanding, you can come out from all your sufferings, all your fears, griefs. The mental well-being can happen within your mind. You can live a fulfilling life if you understand this. If you realize this, not understand. See, understanding this and realization takes some steps. You understand and then realize. It takes some time. It's a journey, it's a path to follow. So far, so good? And now are you complex now? Are you perplexed? What happened to me? Where I am going? Do you agree with me that your life is not something that fulfilled life? You always have something void, something missing piece. How many musical shows that you have gone so far? Are you satisfied with? How many songs that you have listened so far? Are you satisfied? Why people come to Dubai? There are a lot of things happening in Dubai. Coming to Dubai, right? Okay, let's say the wonders happens in Dubai. So you live in Dubai now. Can you be satisfied? No, you know what happened? Then you will look at where the other wonders happening. Now you are wondering where the other wonders are there. Other places. Then you will fly to Sydney or Auckland, the other countries, to explore, what's going there. The people in Sydney come here, you go there, thinking that Sydney is beautiful, and Sydney people think Dubai is beautiful. Something wrong here. Don't you feel so? If the beauty lies in the scenery, then there should be passengers, the flights will be filled on that direction, right? The people who live there, they won't come out, because why? Because they are now satisfied with what they can see in the scenery. New Zealanders travel everywhere in the world, and you are traveling to New Zealand to see the beauty in the New Zealand. When you understand this, ladies and gentlemen, I can attest you, Have you checked? Have you cooked any curries or something? Right. When you cook some curries or dishes, do you have to eat everything to feel the taste, or you just take a slip from the curry and you check whether saltiness or whether pepper or everything is on like up to the right condition? Do you have to eat everything or you just take a slip? Like, take a slip and you can check, this is the curry, okay, it's good or not good, then you can add some salt and you can adjust it. So you don't have to eat whole dish, right? Likewise, when you understand this, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to go anywhere, because everywhere will be like this. You know what? It will save a lot of dollars from your pocket. See, proof is in the pudding, not in the pudding, but here. I have 2 robes, this and another robe. That's it. And 1 alms bowl, and that's it. I'm a free man, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to my teachers. These are the only things that I own. These are the things that I use. So have and use everything, but own nothing. That's the concept that I live by. That if you take this, right, I can give this to you. You can take it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything in my mind. If you steal this from here, let's say you have taken this, it doesn't change my mindset. This is the still mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have to achieve. That this is what you are trying to achieve since you were born. But with clothes, with food, with shoes, with tours that you went around the world, you can't achieve this, ladies and gentlemen. You will go there again. When you go to restaurants, you have like people come to you like when you go to restaurants with some other, like your friends, right? They order different dishes, right? Now what happened to you? Now you think their dish is more delicious than my one. Can I have a taste? So you are looking at that person, and you know what next person is doing? He is looking at your dish. Oh, this might be delicious. Then I should take that one. Now both are saying, can I have a taste as well? Of course you have it. The chef is laughing at you because he has put the same ingredients in a different arrangement, a different style, a different arrangement, and he made a different dish. No, it's the same thing. He has taken same thing from how many variations of food you have, but everything is made out of flour. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you have eaten carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, and some minerals. That's it. Not spaghetti, not pizza, not what? Tell me, chapati, idli, whatever, kottu, roti, anything, you name it. All are carbohydrate, protein, lipids, and nutrients. These are just fuel to your body. That's what happened. But you think, no, this is so delicious than the other one. No, ladies and gentlemen, that's an illusion. Your mind is an illusionist, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand that you are living with an illusionist. Not living with an illusionist. You are an illusionist. What actually happens is, The illusionist falls for its own illusions. How sad. Illusionist fall for its own illusions. This is what has happened. Let's try to understand this theory. It's very simple. Let's try to understand this theory and then we can apply to your life experiences. Can I? Is it okay say if I yeah? No, you can put it there. Thank you. What did I write? Huh? Number one. Huh? 12? What did I write? What you can see? Yeah. Shall we do it again? What did I write first? What did I write next? 2. What you can see? Where is the 12? Where does the 12 exist? Here?
No, because the concept is there. If you put 1 and 2 together, it's 12 is in our mind, right?
Okay. Is it 12? The 12 exists here? Twelve exists here? What you can see here? Can you help me to touch 12?
It doesn't exist there, yes.
This is 1, this is 2. Now, can you isolate 12 without 1 and 2? Can you isolate 12 and keep 12 with you without 1 and 2? Is there 12 now? 1. Is there 12 now? No. Is there 12 now? So, you need both 1 and 2 to have 12, isn't it or not? You can't keep 12 without leaving by taking out 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 are the factors are equally contributing. This is very essential. These two causes are equally contributing to generate that effect of what? 12. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, 12 is something like this. You know the cloud thing? This is in your mind. Yeah? When you look at 1 and then 2, it creates an effect in your mind. That is the 12. I am not talking about this name 12 name. I am talking about that you feel something out of it. I am talking about that experience, feeling. Does this make sense? You know, cause and effect, theory of cause and effect. This is not the theory of cause and effect that scientists think. In scientists' theory of cause and effect, it has 1 and 2 have created 12, but you can't create a 12, ladies and gentlemen, without 1 and 2. 1 and 2 has to be come together to generate the effect of 12. You can't create 12. You can't create a product called 12. Does this make sense? You can't create an entity. You can't create a separate, fixed, complete object called 12 without 1 and 2. That means, another example, so you have a cheeseburger, without cheese there is no burger, cheeseburger. Without patty there is no cheeseburger. Without the 2 buns there is no cheeseburger. So, all these causes are equally contributing to generate the effect in your mind. What is that? Cheeseburger. But the thing is, when you eat it, are you eating the cheeseburger or are you still eating the arrangement of causes? You can't eat a cheeseburger, ladies and gentlemen. How sad you are. Because cheeseburger is not a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger is an arrangement, a stack of things packed in an arrangement. When you eat it, you are not eating a burger. You are eating an arrangement of things. Actually, causes can't create a product. This is something you have to closely inspect. Go back to your car. Do you have a car or still you have that arrangement? Your wheels, bonnet, steering wheel, everything arranged in a particular order. You can't create a completely different product called car. Car is an effect that manifests in the mind because of the causes. If you have created something new, then you can take out the causes and keep the product. If you have created a third part, the 12 is a third one, then you can keep the 12 without taking, when you take out the 1 and 2, you still can keep 12. You can't keep 12, ladies and gentlemen, because 12 is an effect that happens in the mind because of the causes. What is this? A line. What is this? What is this? Don't say 4. This is a line, this is a line, this is 4. Okay, this is 4, okay? What is this? What is this? What is this? Now this line becomes 4. No, ladies and gentlemen, all here what you have are arrangement of the same thing. Different arrangement create different effects. You can't isolate the effect, you can't isolate the effect from the causes. Causes has to be there in that particular arrangement to experience the effect. Does this make sense? I know. This is not just a theory, ladies and gentlemen. This is something you experience in your day-to-day life. I just want you to apply again and again, then you will internalize this. What is the color of this apple? Suppose green. Can you see a green apple? What is the color of the apple now? Orange apple, huh? What is the color of the apple now? Green. What is the color of the apple now? What is the color of the apple? It's because of this light you are saying the color of the apple is green. Without this light, what is the color of the apple? Dark.
Just cannot see it.
That means there's no color in the apple. Apple is not colorful, ladies and gentlemen. Because of this light, it illuminates like this. It's an effect. Can you see green? Red and blue is good. What can you see there? What do you have here now? Red and blue.
Pink.
Who created pink? Where's the pink? Still these lights are emitting what? Red color light and blue color light. What you can see there? Purple or pink. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call the effect. Effect is not the causes. Effect has completely different characteristics. Causes have to contribute to generate that effect. You can't isolate the effect from the causes. That's why when I turn off this light, that purple effect has gone. But when you have these two lights together, then what happens? The purple effect is there. The purple is not something, the pink is not something there, it's generating because of the causes are contributing. It depends on the causes. This is what we call dependent origination. The properties are not properties that inherent properties, ladies and gentlemen. Properties are depend on the causes. I am not talking rocket science here. This is something very basic. You have learned these things, but you haven't seen it through this lens. You have learned that red color, green color, when you mix together, what happens? Blue color, you can create purple color. You have learned that. I am asking, can you create purple color? Ladies and gentlemen, you can't create purple color. Purple color is an effect from the red color and blue color. Does that make sense? The two factors, two causes has to come together, contribute. It has the purple is something dependently originated. Confused? Perplexed? It's not something that generated, created. It is something, an effect. It is something an effect that depends on the causes. Causes have to be aligned. Causes have to be there in order to generate that effect. Does this make sense? There is no 12 here. 1 and 2 contributed to effect called 12. 12 can't be taken out, leaving the 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 has to be there in order to generate the 12. When you erase this, it's no longer 1, it's plus sign. When you put this, then it's sorry, it's 4, right? When you put it back, it becomes 4. When you erase that, it becomes plus sign. So whatever that your mind has experienced so far is an effect, ladies and gentlemen. Does this make sense? If you realize this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the story. But I have to explain it again. I have to go deeper. What you experience so far is an effect, depends on the causes. It's not something, a product. Your mind is an effect. Your mind is not something done, something product. A product is always in motion, in production, because of the causes are contributing to generate the effect. What you experience right now is an effect. That's why apple is, you experience a green apple, isn't it? There's no green apple here. Because of the light plus this bunch of electrons, protons, neutrons are generating a green color in your mind. That's why when the red color light is projected, that generates what color? What color? Remember which one? Orange. Orange. It's an orange apple. What your mind experience is an effect, ladies and gentlemen. It's not something out there. He's my helper. Because if I do that, I will lose the rope. Because so now, this is your eye. This is whatever that exists in the outside. I have only one color. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now tell me, this is what exists in the outside. This is your eye. These two causes have to align in order to generate that what you have seen so far. This is the image. This is the image that generates in your mind, ladies and gentlemen. This is the outside world which contains with electrons, protons, neutrons. Whatever that you have sensed, whatever that you have experienced is an effect. That effect is something generated because of what? Because of the causes. If you have done something to this, this won't exist, this won't generate it. If you have done something to this, this won't generate it. So these two factors equally contributing to generate that. Does this make sense? So can you give 80% ownership to this guy? 80% here, 20% here generate this, or 50-50 generate this. This is contributing 50%, this is contributing 50% to generate this image, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever that you have seen is an effect from two causes. This and this are equally contributing. Does this make sense? Then can you say what you are experiencing is this outside apple, or whatever that you experience is an effect of whatever that outside apple and plus your mind, eye, both are contributing to generate this effect what you experience. Without this, you can't see apple. Without you can't see an apple. So two factors are contributing equally. So you can't give credit to outside world. But the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea what exists in the outside because you can't. Can you see this guy? Who has seen electrons, protons, neutrons? Who? Anyone? Does anybody has seen electrons, protons, neutrons? What is the color of an electron? What is the color of a proton? Electron, proton, neutrons are not colorful, ladies and gentlemen. They are colorless. They are just valueless, colorless. They are just energy. This is an aggregation of energy. This is an aggregation of energy. These two energy align together, create a beautiful image within your mind. This is what you have been experiencing since you were born, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a shadow. There's a dog. Is there a dog? Or this shadow is being generating? Is it something done, or is it an effect that is generating each and every moment? Can I take the hand out, leaving the shadow there? Can I switch off the light and leave the shadow there? So, shadow is an effect that generated because of the light and plus because of the hand. Does this make sense to you? So, can you give the credit of this shadow to the hand? Can you give this credit of the shadow to the light? No. Clear? Clear or no?
Yes.
Yes? Now this is the game. When you eat this apple, you feel the apple taste, isn't it? Do you think this apple has the apple taste, or this apple plus your tongue is generating the apple taste? Can you say, apple is giving me that taste? Without your tongue, there won't be any apple taste. Without this apple, there won't be an apple taste. Agree? That means you can't say, I am having this taste from the apple. No, then your tongue is protesting against you. Hey man, you can't have this taste without me. So, we have to give equal rights, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fight for this equality. Let's fight for these equal rights to everything, this, ladies and gentlemen, that exists in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fight for this freedom. We are freedom fighters. See, now think about this. When you eat it, you feel the experience of what? Apple taste. I can give it to you, you can have it and you check. You feel that taste, ladies and gentlemen. You have sensed it, you have feel from your bottom of your heart, you have sensed that it is coming from the apple. Is it coming from the apple, or is it an effect that generated in the mind because of two factors, this plus tongue? Not only two factors, there are millions of factors, but to simplify this, two factors. Can you give the credit to apple? Now do you think the taste that you experience when you eat it, do you think it is contained here? Does it contains here? Does it has it here? No. When you eat salt, you feel the saltiness. But when your salt, the salt bottle, salt is in the bottle, that salt is not saltiness, ladies and gentlemen. These are just an arrangement of electrons, protons, neutrons. They don't have any salty effect. With your tongue plus that energy contribute to generate the saltiness. Clear? I have done so far. I haven't finished yet, but we're slowly going through. I'm taking you through a journey. See how you felt the happiness. I want that's the target. You need both guys to experience this. This is made out of colors: red, green, blue. This is made out of electrons, protons, neutrons. This is made out of red, green, blue, plus your thoughts. Because you have in the mind there's an idea, it's an apple. These are the feelings. Feelings? Yes. Perception. The perception is an effect from causes. If you take out this guy out, you won't have this. This smell, the apple smell, I feel, is it coming from the apple or it's an effect that generated because of the two factors, two causes. Ladies and gentlemen, now tell me, whatever that you have felt so far, it's not coming from something, it's a product, it's an effect from causes. You can't give credit to particular thing, because of that I feel this. No. That's wrong. As long as these two guys are contributing each and every moment, each and every second, this is being generated. That's why, can you see an apple? Everybody? Look other way around. Would you see an apple? No. Why? Because now one factor is missing. So both the factors has to contribute to generate that effect. Is it something effect or effecting? ing, continuous, it's being, it's not be, it's being, it's generating, it's always in production, always generating. See, I have so many magics. Can you see a flame there? See, that flame came from inside, right? Shall I put it inside? No, flame is inside. Is it something like that? No, all these causes come together that generate the flame. Our flame is not a flame, ladies and gentlemen, it's flaming. It's not the same flame that dances here. You can't say flame is dancing. The flaming is dancing. Is it the same flame? If it is the same flame, then you won't notice any reduction of the gas. Because why? Once you created, it's there. That would be nice, isn't it? Such kind of world, once you created, if it is there, you don't need energy. You just have to start it, that's it, and then it's there. No, ladies and gentlemen, it uses energy. That means this flame is not the same flame, it's always being. It's not the same thing, but it's not a different thing as well, because it looks like the same thing. Make sense? So that means whatever that image that you experience is always in production. It's not something done, it's not something fixed, it's not something completed. It's a production in production. Yes. So cold, right? See, now the temperature, is it something fixed or it can be reduced? You won't feel this temperature, whatever the coldness, if you go out of this room. That means the temperature that you experience, see, thank you very much for that. The temperature that you experience is not the room temperature, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the temperature, it's not the cold, it's not room is cold, this is what you experience. Because in order to experience that cold, you need to have the body. Without this nerve system, you won't experience cold. So now you have to complain, not to the building, but to your nerves as well. This guy is producing coldness. Let's give equal rights. I mean, this change your perception, ladies and gentlemen. This is the base, this is the reality. In reality, there's no, you can't give an ownership to a property. Because a property is not a property, a single thing. It's a production, it's a mixture, it's an arrangement, it's an effect from millions of causes. Agree? I'm just wasting that, I don't know. Let's try to use it for something. Huh? Now tell me, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a headache, yes, if you have a headache, what do? You take a?
That's terrible.
Huh?
That's terrible if you take a painkiller.
If you take?
A painkiller, that's terrible.
But do you take it or not?
No, I can find.
Huh?
I can find. No, but you can hold your hands, also. So
Okay. Generally, if you have a headache, what you do?
no, that's terrible.
Give me 1 second. Okay, right. As a general audience, right, you will take a tablet. What is that tablet?
Panadol.
A Panadol, a paracetamol, whatever tablet. Huh? When you take this tablet, what is the effect you experience?
Relief.
As the moment you have taken the tablet, the moment that you have taken the tablet, when it gets absorbed, fast absorption, whatever that is, you feel that, whew,
Relief.
whew, relief. Now tell me, relief is something you have experienced or not? You have experienced. That means that's your mind experience, that relief. What is that always? What mind experience always an effect. Remember we discussed that? You have experienced what? Whew. What is that? A relief. That's an effect. Relief. You experience relief because of the Panadol, isn't it? You experience a relief because of the Panadol, isn't it?
No, because of the reaction of the body.
Is it because of the tablet? Can you give this experience, can you give this credit to the tablet? No, ladies and gentlemen, you need to have headache in order to experience a relief. Without a headache, there's no relief. Without a Panadol, there's no relief. So, C1, C2 and E. Cause 1, cause 2 is generating the effect of what? Relief. In order to relieve, there should be a headache, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have a headache, how can you experience a relief? At the same time, you need to have this tablet as well. Let's say if you project, because of tablet I feel relief, so I should buy a tablet again. Okay, if you have a tablet without the headache, would you experience a relief? Huh?
No.
Definitely no, ladies and gentlemen. You can't experience a relief because now. Does this make sense? Now tell me, when you experience a relief, how did you feel? Enough, relief, release, free, peace, satisfying, happy, pleasure. Awesome. Whew, what a relief. So pleasure, happy, satisfy, satiate, fulfillment are all what? An effect which is dependently originated, not because of the tablet. Tell me, when you see your partner first time, you thought, wow, beauty, full. Beauty, full. Which is fully? Which is feeling? Beauty. Not beauty is feeling, which one? My heart. My heart will go on. And on and on and on. This is what you have felt. Now tell me, is it something that came from that girl? You can put it the opposite way, alright? Or your eyes also contributed for that. But the thing is, you have taken that girl into your custody because you think what you experience is generated from her. Ayyo. Luckily my teacher. Now you are protecting, you are the security guard, you are the crier, you are the helper, you are the dealer. You are doing everything to protect her because she is beautiful. Beauty lies in the beholder's eye. That is also wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It's not because of the eye, it's not because of the object, it's an effect, it's an illusion. This effect is an illusion, ladies and gentlemen, because you can't find it from anywhere. Sodium is explosive, chlorine is a bleach. Sodium chloride is not explosive bleach. Sodium is explosive chemical when you put into water. Chlorine, my background is chemistry, that's why I am taking this example. Chlorine is a bleach, but this is giving you salty taste. Now tell me, if these two characteristics are coming, when these two causes come together, if they possess this characteristic, then they should have what? It should be an explosive bleach. You can't add to your cuisines. It's not something like that. It's an effect. Effect cannot be found from the causes, ladies and gentlemen. Effect is something illusion. It's a mirage. In a mirage, you can see water, but do you think there's water? In a mirage, in the desert, you can see water. Is there water there? No. Can you see water? Yes. In a rainbow, is there a rainbow there? Can you see a rainbow? Yes, you can see a rainbow, but that rainbow, is it there? No, it's an effect that generated within your mind. Does this make sense? Now tell me, whatever the pleasure, happiness, satisfaction you have felt is an illusion, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't exist in any of these causes. C'est la vie. You are running after an illusion, ladies and gentlemen. You are exactly like that deer who is running after in the desert, thinking that water is there in the mirage. Now I know SIMA cannot make me happy. Chartered Institute of Management Accountant cannot make me happy. Computer degree cannot make me happy. My PhD in biochemistry couldn't make me happy. After the PhD, I felt, certificate plus the headache. What is that headache? Research, you know. Headache to the maximum, and the certificate. You have projected a value on top of invaluable things. This is, and this are neutral in value. This is also electron, proton, neutron. This is also electron, proton, neutron. This is also electron, proton, neutron. Just a structural rearrangement. The difference is only the structural arrangement. That's it. Now tell me, this is not the great deception. It's not great deception, ladies and gentlemen. It's the greatest deception that you have lived so far, thinking that whatever that you experience is coming from the objects. Wrong. It's an effect. Right now, you can see me. I'm talking to you, isn't it? Are you truly seeing me? Are you truly seeing me? Or whatever that you mind experience right now is an effect because of your I plus here. Let's see. If I shake like this, would you feel that 𝗍𝗿𝗺 is now moving? You feel it, right? Close this eye and wiggle this eyeball like this. No, close this eye and wiggle this eyeball. Now what happened? What happened to your 𝗍𝗿𝗺? It's shaking. Not even 𝗍𝗿𝗺, everything is shaking. Now tell me, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't do anything here, but your world is now shaking. Nothing happened in here. I can attest you, I can promise you, I didn't do anything. but in your experience you have felt what? Shakiness. That means your experience is something that generates within your mind, ladies and gentlemen. It's not something that exists in the outside. It's very dynamic experience. It's not fixed. It's always drawing. It's like it draws, continuously drawing. See, this is the logic of the magic. Do you understand this? Huh? Whatever that you experience right now is an effect. It's not something that here, it is always generating. That's why if I hide it, if I hide myself, what happened to you? Your experience? Not there. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, Einstein have said, when I see the moon, moon is there. If I don't see the moon, moon is not there. He has said something similar to this, but he cannot explain it. He couldn't explain it. When I see the moon, moon is there. When I look other way around, moon is not there. Now tell me, are we all experiencing the same world, or you have your own cooked worlds within your mind right now? Is it something done or being? That's why you are human beings. Welcome to human beings. Because you are not bees, you are beings. Nothing in your body is fixed. A single cell is not fixed. It's always in a production. It's a factory. It's always in a flow. You are not the same person who came to this room. You are youing. Youing. Don't worry, I'm creating new words because I can't explain this using the the English words that we have. This understanding goes beyond your imagination, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you have been experiencing since you were born. Happiness is not something that exists in anywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen. It is something that an effect that generated within your mind because of this headache and the tablet. That's why before you experience happiness, you have to vex. You have to feel the suffering, otherwise you can't experience the moments. Does this make sense? If you want to feel your mother's love, you need to feel first your father's hit. If your father slaps you or hits you, then your mother come and cuddle you. You feel the mother's love. I report, you decide. This is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. So, why I came to you? Why I came? Because I want to share this understanding with you all. Because I know this is the only way to come out of all your experiences, all your sufferings, ladies and gentlemen. When you understand this, you won't have this headache. Because this headache was generated because you have given the value to this outside world, thinking that these things have the happiness. This headache is not came out of blue. It came because you have projected a value. You think happiness exists here. That wrong idea is the greatest deception in this world. Not in the world, but your world. This is the teaching I received from my teacher. See, I am a free man. Not only me, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many people in our monastery in Sri Lanka, so many people. There are more than now 1,000 people. We live in one place, we practice this Dhamma, we practice this profound teaching, and we have come out from all these sufferings. I want you to enjoy, I want you to come there and experience that vibe. You have come there, right? Yeah, see? No, there were some people who knows what I am talking about. I am coming from a wonderland. Not that Alice in Wonderland's wonderland. This is a wonderland that everybody lives by the truth. This is not red revolution, this is the crimson red revolution. It's crimson red. So we have so many monks, 200 monks so far. We have a school, we have a rehabilitation center, people volunteer there, so many activities going on. Because we explain this Dhamma, we explain this truth. People love that, people stay there, people feel the love and compassion, because once you are satisfied with everything, you can help people without any me factor. This is the way to love unconditionally, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.